So guys, it looks like we have some updated information regarding the God of War TV show that's going to be coming to Amazon Prime. This is something I've been so excited for. Since they did that kind of small reboot regarding the video games, I think they've been incredible. The cutscenes in the games are so well done. The cinematic quality, the storytelling, the heartfelt kind of bond between Kratos and his son, and the kind of epic adventure that they go on together is so well done. And if they can capture a part of that magic and bring it to the TV show, then I think we could be in for something really special. But the question remains, who are they going to cast as Kratos? The guy is physically massive, he's impending, he's got this big, huge, bulking kind of physique. There's not just anyone in Hollywood that can be cast in this role, they have to look physically imposing. I mean, who do you cast? That's going to be the big question. But anyway, regardless of all that, let's jump into this article, let's start breaking down some of this information, and let's see what we can learn about the God of War series that's coming to Amazon. So, this article comes to us from comicbookmovie.com. Kratos and Atreus are the focus of Amazon's God of War TV show, according to showrunner Ronald D. Moore. Wow, who would have thought? The focus of the God of War TV show is going to be the God of War. Who would have thought? kind of a bit obvious there. But anyway, let's start reading this news here. So, casting will be a critical element for Amazon Prime's God of War series, especially when it comes to portraying Kratos. That's exactly what I said on the intro to this video. Who the heck is physically imposing enough to play this character, but still has the acting chops to pull it off? Like, there's not many people that can do that. So, based on comments from showrunner Ronald D. Moore, it sounds like the show will largely be bypassing the Greek mythology era and diving directly into the Norse saga featured in the modern PlayStation games. So, the series was officially announced in December 2022, after Sony initially teased its development during a private investor meeting in May that year. In October 2024, Battlestar Galactica and Outlander creator Ronald D. Moore took over as showrunner following the departure of Rafe Judkins, who did The Wheel of Time, due to creative differences. Yeah, I mean, it's so much better to have a showrunner on board who actually gets on board with the vision rather than getting halfway through the production, then finding out that the showrunner isn't on board and doesn't like the creative vision, and then the whole show goes off the rails. So it's better that they sorted that out before they started shooting it, rather than having this issue halfway through. So, speaking at San Diego Comic-Con this year, this past weekend, Moore confirmed the series would closely follow the Norse mythology storyline, centering on deeply emotional and action-packed journey of Kratos and Atreus. Yeah, I mean, so after casting Kratos, that's going to be majorly important. But even more important than that is going to be the chemistry between the two actors, the actor playing Kratos and the young actor, whoever's going to be playing Atreus. Having that father and son bond, that chemistry between those two characters is what will make or break this show ultimately. And that chemistry has to work. It has to be good. We have to see that father and son relationship play out well on screen, because that's going to be the emotional stakes within this show, sorry. And if it's not there, then the show's going to ultimately fall flat. So I really hope that they get a couple of good actors here with great chemistry, and I'm sure they will. So, in interviews with IGN and Collider, Moore emphasised his commitment to staying faithful to the tone of the recent games, blending mythological spectacle with grounded, emotional storytelling. Yeah, when Kratos says, boy, that's literally all he says, like, in the entire game, boy. But when he says it, you know he's not fucking around. So, speaking to IGN, Moore stated, the showrunner here, the tone of the show is trying to emulate the tone of the game, which is a great thing to do. Don't go off and spin off and do your own thing and make it completely different from the games. Fans won't appreciate that. So the fact they're staying close to the tone of the game, that's an absolute tick in the box. Which is this epic journey, the heartfelt journey of these two men setting out to honour the memory of Kratos' wife and Atreus' mother. So it has this emotional heart, but there's this history of who Kratos is and the mystery of his past and what he represents and the emotions he's going through. Yeah, I mean, we've seen it in the game, haven't we? I mean, I don't know how closely they're going to stick to the games in terms of the story. Is it going to be a one-for-one story? Is it going to be the same story, but they're going to slightly change elements, to adapt it to a TV show? Are they going to go completely with an original story here? It'll be interesting to see how they do that. But, I mean, again, playing on the emotions of Kratos and his relationship with his son, that's the big thing that they need to fulfill here to make this show work. So, let's go down. In a major reveal, Moore announced that Amazon has already committed to 2 full seasons. Okay, so we know we're going to be getting 2 seasons. That's pretty big information. Signaling strong backing for the project, especially in this age where new television shows often don't get a chance to build up their following. He also spoke about working closely with the game's director, Corey Borlaug, I think that's how you say it, to ensure the adaptation remains faithful to the original story and its mythology. While Moore admitted he isn't a gamer himself, and experienced the narrative mainly through cinematic cutscenes, his enthusiasm for the father-son dynamic was evident in his interviews. Yeah, and I'm glad that they've caught on to that. Like I already said in this video, ad nauseum at this point, that relationship between the father-son dynamic is what's going to make this show work. So, from discussing film, we have this X post here. So, new details on the live-action God of War series. So, Season 1 is going to be 10 episodes. So, two massive points of information there. So, we know we're going to be getting 2 seasons, and we know the first season is 10 episodes. That leads me to think that Season 2 is probably going to be the same. Scripts are still being written. We'll adapt the Norse-era games and focus on Kratos and Atreus. Game director Corey Borlaug is actively involved. Again, it's great to have the gaming devs kind of involved as well, having their input. That's always important. Filming may begin in 2026 at the earliest. So, if that is in fact the case, that they're going to be filming in May as of next year, I don't expect to have this series up and running on Amazon. Could it be 2027? It's possible. Like, second half of 2027, maybe the first half of 2028, but we're not going to be getting this show for a long time yet, which kind of sucks. But the fact that it's still coming is still unbelievable from a gamer perspective and someone who's a fan of this franchise. The fact that we're actually getting this as a TV show blows my mind, and like, we're in a golden era of video game adaptations at the moment, and it's just incredible. But yeah, I mean, look at these guys. I mean, this is going to be incredible as a TV show. It really, really is. But I just don't know who you cast as Kratos, and I still can't wrap my head around it. Like, who do you cast in that role? A lot of people want Triple H from WWE. They say that he's an absolute dead ringer, and the guy looks exactly like him. But Triple H doesn't exactly have the strongest acting abilities from what I know. So, you know, that might not work out. So, the first season will consist of 10 episodes, though Moore cautioned that the production isn't expected to begin until sometime in 2026. So, speaking to Collider, the showrunner specifically stated, "We're in the scripts phase, we're still working on the scripts, it's gone very well, we have a good team, it's been a fascinating thing to sink my teeth into. The more I got into it, the more impressed I was with the breadth and depth of the mythology that's involved with this video game." Yeah, I mean, the adventure that you go on in the video games is just incredible, man. Like, the kind of roller coaster of emotions that it takes you through. So, be sure to stay tuned to our sister site, blah, 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 for the latest updates, and that's kind of all we are. So, we've got God of War, we've got Fallout, Wolfenstein is coming as well. I just made a video about that yesterday, so do check that out, guys. I'll put a link in the description. Wolfenstein TV show is coming as well. We've got Secret Level, which is an anthology series about loads of different video games. And we've got Henry Cavill's Warhammer 40k coming as well, and Mass Effect. So Prime Video is going to be the must-go place, the must-see place for video game adaptations in the near future. They're going all in with the video game adaptations because that's going to be the next big thing. And yeah, I can't wait to see it. So there we go, guys. That's the kind of big information that we have there. Let's just go through it one more time. So Season 1, 10 episodes. We know we're getting 2 seasons, by the way. Scripts are still being written. It's going to adapt the Norse-era games and focus on Kratos and Atreus. Game director Corey Borlaug is actively involved. And filming is going to begin in May of 2026, so next year. So, what do you think about this, guys? I mean, I throw it off to you. The big question is here, who would you cast as Kratos? I mean, that's the big question that I have. I mean, Atreus, the young lad, I mean, there's loads of like young kids who would kill to play in that role, and I mean, you could cast that role pretty easily, but casting Kratos is going to be very, very difficult, and I would love to see what they're going to do with that. But guys, jump into the comment section and let me know your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on this show. Do you think it's a good idea they're making this show? Is it a bad idea? Do you think it can be successful? Whatever you think, do let me know down below. Thanks so much for being here. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave. Consider becoming a subscriber to help support the content on the channel, as that goes a long way, guys, and I'd really, really appreciate that. And hit that notification bell to stay up to date with more video game, streaming, and movie news that we have going on the channel in the near future. And with that down, I will see you guys, as always, in the next video.